All right, let's do it.
Alrighty.
After show. After show. After show.
Are we gonna squat for the entire after show?
No.
We're gonna Johnny squat it? Okay, hold on.
Should we bring our chairs over? All right, comfortable after show.
Yeah, that's much better.
Well, like we want to share some of like the things we couldn't fit into the main video. I think a lot of what we couldn't fit is like our first experiences welding, which I'm really actually happy with.
Me too. I mean, I feel like, so there were a lot of struggles. Most of them were due to us just like not following directions on the machine.
Well, we didn't even read the directions. We like went in like a little bit over sure of ourselves or something. It's like all of the big things. I didn't know
that you didn't read the directions. I thought you had read them.
Well, all of the big things we kind of knew, like turn the gas on. We like generally got the power right. But I think the biggest thing that we ran into, the most frequent thing, is jams in the feed mechanism.
Of the wire.
That's because we weren't using the right like nozzle tip at the very end. It was too big, and then we weren't using the right like friction plate. And
also too big.
All sorts of
Once we had it on backwards.
A few times. For most of it, we had it on like backwards, and like there are so many things. Like there's a lot of like learning like how to best use the machine. There's a lot of things that you can like switch up in it. And in general, I'm so glad we had the LCD that guided us through like because like you have to choose the right like voltage and feed rate and all these settings, and this machine, it just lets you input like the wire size, the metal that you're welding on, and like all sorts of other things, and it just like does a lot of the settings like auto-magically in the background and everything, which was really nice.
But our issues were like, oh, well, this is the nozzle that we grabbed first. Oh wait, there's two other packs of nozzles and they're different sizes. Oh, that probably correlates to the wire size.
And it did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or like, why is it so poppy? Oh, we forgot to turn on the gas.
Yeah, oh man, when we forgot to turn on the gas, that was so sad.
Yeah, well, because we've been doing it for a while and we were starting to get our confidence, and then all of a sudden it started sucking, and we're like,
really bad.
What's going on?
And it was right after we changed wire diameters, because like we ran out of our first wire because we kept on jamming so much, and we got another wire, and then it like was so bad. I'm like, oh, this new wire sucks. Oh no, it's just no gas. But it's just like learning what those different things feel like when it's too hot, when it's feeding too much, when you don't have the like gas on, like
when it's getting jammed every other weld.
Yeah, it's like these things that like we don't know what's normal or not yet. So these are the things that we like learned, and it's a pretty natural thing. I mean, like in terms of the welding itself, we did pretty good.
I think we did pretty good.
Like even like fairly early on. Another thing that we kind of like were learning is like how to fixture everything, how to clamp everything, like when it comes to metal.
One of the more intimidating parts to me is just because it's not like woodworking where it's like, oh, it's a little off. Let's just hold it in a clamp and glue it until it's right.
Yeah.
You can't just like, if your initial weld is a little off, you can't just like refinagle it. Maybe if it was like thin enough metal, you could bend it, but then if it's that thin, if it's thin enough to bend, you probably can't weld it.
Yeah, and then like another thing that was interesting is, like when we were at Bob's and we were cutting metal things for welding, or I think we were just cutting metal things in general, he had like a portable bandsaw, which I really liked. And we got a portable bandsaw, and I think it is like probably the most like all-purpose metal cutting versatile thing, because you can cut all sorts of things, all sorts of angles, all sorts of everything, and it cuts it really well.
Yeah.
But just cutting accurately is really hard.
You know,
even cutting straight.
You know,
is
what'd be
hard.
nice is because I felt like it was pretty okay just doing straight like 90-degree cuts. The 45s are really hard because there wasn't.
If we had like
guide.
a plate that we attached or something.
Yeah, if there was like because you have your 90-degree plate that's already on there, but if there was like a 45-degree plate.
Yeah, we could maybe do some attachments. But I think that in the future, if we got a bigger shop, if we had like a woodworking side and a metalworking side, we'd get like a metal cutting thing. But even then, it's like I wasn't fully happy with the like the metal cutting like saw that cuts the metal. It's incredibly loud. The abrasive one is just horrible in its own special way.
Terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Well, so we tried these like various types of metal cutting, at a makerspace nearby like a couple years ago when we took welding classes before we even started the channel. When we first took welding classes.
I generally like the big bandsaw with the liquid cooling.
But it's the biggest.
But it's huge. It's huge. It's expensive.
It's like bigger than
it's messy.
This table plus me plus you.
There's like liquid flowing everywhere. It's like messy. It's nasty. It's just like it's the best.
I guess we have to give away another one of our secrets because I just touched it. Yeah, our feet are a little uneven.
Yeah, we
didn't have time to fix it because we're fighting or like trying to beat the rain.
Yeah,
we
yesterday.
didn't want to have to clean our whole patio again. And so like yesterday we were like, we're gonna finish it. And so we were doing everything and it was supposed to rain today. It's not
It probably will.
But it's supposed to rain in like an hour. And so we just did everything and we knew the feet were a little uneven. But we're gonna like 3D print some little caps that we can self-level.
And I came up with a cool design. What I'm gonna do is we'll stick it in and it'll slide fairly easily. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a screw that I screw into the bottom and it's gonna push out.
Oh, I didn't know what your design was. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. It's almost like a drywall anchor.
Yeah, I like that, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right, what other thoughts? So we talked about the welding. Welding on our own, like, I feel pretty confident now, like moving forwards.
I feel pretty confident too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So another thing is we almost didn't finish it. I'm really glad that we did, but that was what like led to the delay, but the color came out so much more.
I'm really glad we finished it. I mean, technically you don't have to finish cedar if it's outdoors. Like our whole shed is cedar and it's not finished. There's enough oil in the wood that it'll hold up okay, but it will gray over time.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, we don't want it to gray, and also finished shots would look really nice if
they look really good.
And it does look so much nicer.
Yeah, and so this is a varnish that has UV protection. So hopefully that should keep the color and everything.
Yeah. There's a couple spots where I'm like, we might need a second coat on some of the end grain here. I got a little extra thirsty, but we'll do that later.
Yeah. Another big bonus is like Lowe's wanted us to show some like outdoor spring products. And I'm really glad they did because like our patio looks so much nicer.
It does not look this nice.
We just haven't been maintaining it properly, and we just did a little bit of work, and it's like it really is a lot nicer. It looks great.
Well, at first we were like, man, we don't want to be like trying to fit all this outdoor stuff because it's hard to fit it naturally when our project is like a welding project.
Yeah.
You know, but then we were like, okay, in the past, you know, Lowe's doesn't ask for us to do a specific ad spot in the video, so none of our other Lowe's videos have like a Lowe's 30-second mid-roll or anything. But there's a whole lot of companies where we use their product for a very small piece or it's not related at all, and we just have like a mid-roll section. And we're like, well, we can just do that with Lowe's, and then we're not trying to like naturally fit in like the spring outdoors stuff in the middle of like welding.
Yeah.
We can just make it like a mid-roll. Oh yeah, we do that with everything.
Yeah.
So, but I am glad that we did it because like everything looks so much better out here.
So much better.
It was very neglected.
Yeah. Another thing that's like another interesting side effect of like welding again is we're like judging all welds we see.
Oh
like
yeah.
when we're out and about.
Yesterday. Oh, are there welds on here? I bet there's welds on here.
Yeah, look at that. That's a little boogery right there. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
And right there. Judgment.
Yeah,
judgment.
Oh, it's the same as like when you start woodworking, then you're out and about and you're like, is that oak? Oh, no. That's pine. They stained that pine. That's not walnut. They stained it to look walnut, you know? And you start like judging things and like recognizing woods and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's like once you start welding, you're judging welds.
Yeah. I think the last thought that we want to share is like, one, how thankful we are for AC. Because like it's been getting hot here again already.
I know it's a polar vortex everywhere else, but yesterday we were really hot.
It's so hot.
It was like in the high 70s.
Thank goodness for AC. But also like welding in our garage with the AC on. We had like the door cracked. We had the fume extractor on, and it was like, this is welding. I mean, this is welding done how we want to do it.
Well, our first experience with it was at the makerspace, and it was in August, and there was no AC. And I was like, why do we do this
so
in
hot.
August?
And they also didn't want to have any fans blowing because like it messes with the shielding gas and everything. But like, oh man, it was just
It's like the hottest I've ever been in my life.
It was so nice to like weld inside with AC.
Yeah, with AC. That was awesome.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have any questions about like our welding experience, let us know in the comments. Because like I think that eventually we would want to do a like our thoughts about welding video or something.
Really? I don't know if I want to.
No?
I feel like if you're gonna do a like.
But how about this? Let's do like a more welding focused one where we can give some tips at least. I don't know, because I think that there's a lot of like people doing welding videos who are like really experienced, but I think there's no one saying like when you first start welding, make sure you check the guide plate and the nozzle thing.
I'm sure
and,
that's
like,
out there.
That's out there? Oh,
I'm
maybe.
sure that's out there.
Yeah.
We'll think about how we want to proceed with welding videos, because I would rather just like make some
do cool
stuff.
welding things.
Yeah. And we can like intermix tips as we go casually. Like,
okay, yeah. Like
in
in each welding video, we'll mix in one little tidbit or tip or something.
Yeah, let's mix in tidbits.
Yeah.
Like, because we'll probably run into hangups again. Like, why is this? Oh, we didn't turn the gas on. You know.
Yeah.
And then that's like a tip to turn the gas on.
But I mean, most people know that. But you know.
We didn't. I mean, we did. We just forgot.
Yeah. All right, we'll think on it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for joining us on today's after show, and we'll see you later.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.